sentences. If you look at what's going on in New York or Illinois or California, you have a combination of all those things where someone's committing crimes, they release them, no cash bail, they go right back on the street, and they commit more crimes before they even stand trial for the crimes they had already committed. That puts people's safety at risk, and that's one of the reasons why you've seen crime spike. And there may be no issue that's caused crime to spiral more out of control in certain cities such as Philadelphia than the election of progressive prosecutors funded by people like George Soros. These prosecutors go in with an ideological agenda. They think it's their role as a prosecutor to manipulate the law, to ignore the law, to pick and choose which laws they will enforce, all in service of politics and pursuing ideology. So we've seen it in places like Philadelphia, where they don't prosecute people the way they should. We've seen it in San Francisco. We've seen it in Chicago. Prosecutors are not above the law. If they don't like a law, then the appropriate thing to do is to resign your position and run for the legislature and try to change a law. You have no right to nullify the law, and they've put so many people at risk as a result of doing that. And now you have this Manhattan district attorney who, his whole platform when he got elected was that he was going to downgrade as many felonies as possible to misdemeanors. He was going to keep as many people out of jail, even habitual criminals, as possible. And he was going to go light on all these things as part of, quote, criminal justice reform. So that's his posture. He doesn't want to charge people with felonies. So now he turns around, purely for political purposes, and indicts a former president on misdemeanor offenses that they're straining to try to convert into felonies. That is when you know that the law has been weaponized for political purposes. That is when you know that the left is using that to target their political opponents. And I can tell you this, these Soros-backed DAs, they are a menace to society. They are a menace to the rule of law. And I'm just proud to say that when we had one of those DAs in Tampa that said he wasn't going to enforce some of our duly enacted laws in the state of Florida, we didn't let that stand. I removed him from his post, and he is out.
Ron DeSantis absolutely nailed it there, folks. You know, he didn't say former President Donald Trump's name. He didn't say Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's name. He didn't have to. Everybody knew what he was talking about. These district attorneys, funded by far-left radicals, are causing a problem in most, if not all, of our major cities, from Los Angeles to New York to Philadelphia to Chicago, you name it, Austin, Texas, Seattle, Washington. They let criminals go with little to no bail, sometimes without charges, sometimes without a prosecution, but they want to go after Donald Trump. You know, DeSantis is starting to sound more and more like he's on the Trump train. You have to wonder if he's even considering not running for president, maybe putting his support behind Trump. Time is going to tell. But I think even if you're anti-Trump Republican, you're a pro-Trump Republican, just last night we had Jeb Bush come out with a response against Alvin Bragg, you know, in support of Donald Trump. And those two do not like each other. But I think when you see injustice, you see injustice. And injustice is happening here. A man is being prosecuted. It's selective prosecution. Anybody with two working brain cells can figure this out. Alvin Bragg has not met the crime he did not want to prosecute. And what I mean by that is he has not met a crime that he has decided not to prosecute. If it was a violent crime against a cop or a bodega owner or a little old lady. But he really wants to get Donald Trump on a payment to a porn star from about 7 years ago. It's not hard to figure out that that's political, folks. And Ron DeSantis, like I said, he nailed it. Folks, I'm Carmine Sabia. This is Explain America. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I know, but it really helps the channel out, guys. We love you so much. God bless you. Take care, everybody.